Hi, my name's Sam Saggers, Director of Positive Real Estate. A lot of investors love the idea of positive cash flow investment strategies. In fact, most people I meet and get to talk to want to work out how they can own a property portfolio into the millions, but actually cash flow it as a positive cash flow vehicle. Now, there's plenty of ways we can make some money in the market, and I'm going to describe to you how we can use 5 different strategies to increase the cash flow in our back pocket so we can go out there and buy more real estate and leverage ourselves into and expose ourselves to the great real estate markets around the country. There's 5 ways I like to look at it. So let's define what we want. Let's say we want $50,000 worth of improved cash flow into our portfolio. That's our target. There's 5 ways we can get there. So the first of the 5 ways is actually what we call positive cash flow properties. Now these properties tend to be in regional markets, agricultural markets, university areas or mining towns. Now not everybody wants to expose themselves to these marketplaces because some of them carry a little bit more risk. I recently brokered a property deal for a client who was prepared to take on risk, and the returns were spectacular, 13.6% in a small Western Australian mining market town. Now, that was positive cash flow, $20,000 a year at a $620,000 purchase. Now, how many people want to do that? Rush off to a town where there's, say, sub 5,000 people and buy a property to that value? Not many. So we're having to come up with new strategies. One of the ways I'm approaching positive cash flow real estate is actually dual income properties, where we can get 2 tenants, 2 entrances and 2 results. And we're putting together 2 income properties in a lot of Australia in marketplaces which aren't so risky. So we can get, if we put one of these properties in our portfolio, okay, let's just use this one as an example and halve it to get our $10,000. We can go off and buy or find a property which is positive cash flow. It has a high rental return, a low purchase price, and we can get ourselves $10,000 positive cash flow. So that's just one of the strategies. The next one, debt reduction. If we can work out a way to work with you, to work out how we can minimize what you're spending in the market, we can save you a lot of money. That money could quite easily turn into $10,000 a year. What does that involve? It involves potentially looking at your lifestyle and working out what we need to change in it to create new and better habits so that you can afford to buy more real estate. But it also involves looking at your loan structures. And most people are paying too much on their mortgage and they're balancing it over a 25-year period. We need to bring that back and save you some money. There's some techniques that are used in the marketplace to rapid fire or accelerate debt reduction to save a lot of money. So if you've got an interest rate of 7.5%, let's go and find you one at 6.5%. I guarantee you I'm not doing my job properly if I can't find you those that debt reduction. The next one is high profit real estate. Okay, this is where we buy real estate in capital growth marketplaces. We go out, we find good growing marketplaces with consistently high capital growth. Okay, and what we do is we work out how to cash flow the deal from the capital growth. We create a bin of equity and we pull money out of that bin to cash flow our lifestyle. So we're not eating beans and rice, but also cash flow some of the portfolio. Now, many of the deals we do, or the ones we find in the marketplace, have inherent equity in them. They're locked in. We teach you how to tap into that equity within 12 months and put it into your bin. So let's just say we found a deal worth $300,000 and we could put some pressure on that deal and get it up to $330,000. Using some basic maths, there's $30,000 worth of inherent equity that we can release when we refinance, and we can tip that in to get our positive cash flow scenario. That $30,000, by the way, if you use it wisely, can pay several years worth of mortgage costs, so you don't feel stressed, but it can also go into other real estate. One I'm particularly a fan of is what I call trading real estate. Now, trading real estate, if my goal was $10,000 and I was using all 5 of these strategies to get my $50,000, if I can't teach you how to do this, there's something wrong. I can show you how to find profits in the real estate market where we're looking at around 20% uplift. Okay, it involves buying property low, adding some value to it, and selling it high. You don't keep the property, but you essentially buy, hold, and sell. So if I could find you a property for $100,000 today, just to use some easy maths, and we held it for around 12 months, and we then put it to the market, we added some value, I can certainly show you how to sell some property and increase the value that way. So if we could buy, hold, and sell, and the profits we make go back into supporting the cash flow. $10,000, it's not a major stretch at all into the marketplace. The final one is what we call tax deductions. Now, by owning anywhere from 3 to 5 properties, most people can eliminate a lot of their tax. By simply owning around 2 properties in the real estate market, you can get a deduction of well over $10,000, which will literally come back to you in the form of cash flow by the ATO. You know, we have a saying, most people sort of get up Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, they go to work, but they don't actually realise what's happening to them. The money they earn isn't going into their pocket, it's going into the ATO's pocket. By putting 1 or 2 properties into your portfolio, you'll certainly get that $10,000 extra to help cash flow the $50,000 change in your lifestyle. The reality is, any 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, you can dramatically change the way you operate and the way you live. Just need some skill set to do it. So come along to one of our property information nights. They're held all around the country. There's some great content. We'd love to catch up with you soon.